Good afternoon students. Today we are taking our second lecture on the period of historiography in the ancient tradition. In the first period we learn about what is the history, how history become it is known as the historiography. So I hope you all understand how it is known as the historiography. So in this period we are not once again explain what is the meaning of the historiography. We just direct start our second lesson which is known as historiography in the Indian tradition. Apart from the Indian tradition, we first look out about the whatever going into the ancient tradition. So what is that when we think about the ancient tradition, the first we explain what is the meaning of the ancient. That ancient, it means it is known as the Prachin Kalkhanda. So we think about which type of the history belong to the ancient, which type of history belong to ancient period. So according to that, if think which type of the history belong to the ancient period, so we think about what is the ancient period. So we think about the ancient period, which age is known as the ancient period. So we think about the 1st century or the 3rd century, it is known as the ancient period. So write down the 1st century and 3rd century. That is the 1st century and 3rd century, it is known as the ancient period. Also that we can say that is the Harappan civilization. This Harappan civilization, it is also known as the Indus civilization. This is also known as the ancient civilization. Second, we also think about the whatever the civilization has related to the Emperor Ashoka, it is also known as the ancient civilization. Apart from the whatever given into the Copper Age, this age it is also known as the ancient civilization. So what we take, which period it is known as the ancient period, we can think about the 1st century, 3rd century, it is also known as the ancient period. Then whatever the Harappan civilization, it is also known as the ancient age, Copper Age and the Ashoka Emperor, these all the periods it is known as the ancient period. So now what is the purpose behind that when we learn about the ancient period or the ancient centuries? Which type of the history it is related to the ancient centuries? So according to that, apart from that, we also throw light on the which type of the history, means it is the social transaction had been done into the ancient history. So we think about which is the social transaction. That what is the social transaction? We are related to the, we think about the, what is the social transaction? That social transaction, it means it is known as the की त्यांच्यामध्ये व्यवहार कसे चालत होते. It means it is known as the social transaction. That social transaction, we divided the social transaction into the 4 categories. So write down which are the 4 categories. That is the first category, it is known as the social. Second category, it is known as the political. Third category, it is known as the economical. And at last category, it is known as the cultural. Spelling correct kar lena. So according to the social transaction, we learned the social transaction had been divided into the 4 categories. That is the social category, political and economical and cultural. Social transaction, what we gain by the learning the point of the social transaction, we get the idea by learning the social transaction की त्या ancient म्हणजे प्राचीन कालखंडामध्ये इतिहासामध्ये त्या इतिहासात असणारे लोक एकमेकांशी व्यवहार कसे करतात, मग तिथलं सामाजिक जीवन कसं होतं, राजकीय जीवन कसं होतं, आर्थिक जीवन कसं होतं, सांस्कृतिक जीवन कसं होतं, या संपूर्ण गोष्टीचा आपण आढावा कसा घेत असतो, या संपूर्ण गोष्टी त्या कालखंडात होतं हे आपल्याला कसं माहिती पडतं. We have any evidences about that when we wanted to explain that these all the evidences were present in that time. So yes, definitely we have to prove. मग ते कसं सिद्ध करत असतो आपण, these all the transaction had been done into the ancient century. What? So we have a proof. How we prove these how we now it is our question, how we prove these all the transaction had been done into the ancient period. So how we prove means, for example, if we take the example of that is the social transaction, we take the ancient civilization, it is known as the Harappan civilization. This Harappan civilization, it is known as the Indus civilization. So according to that, in the period of the 1912 म्हणजेच 1912ला इन द पिरियड ऑफ द 1912 देर इज अ गोइंग टू द एक्झिबिशन इन द हरप्पा सिव्हिलायझेशन मीन्स देर इज अ वॉट एवर द वर्क ऑफ द एक्झिबिशन इन द पिरियड ऑफ द 1912 अंडर द डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ द जॉन मार्शल वी गेट द seals. That seals prove that there is in that the particular century has been related to that the Harappan civilization. Whatever the house decorated, whatever the culture, these all the when that excavation we get the proof on that the basis of the encyclopedia, on the basis of the evidences, we definitely reach to that the ultimate truth of the history. What is the ultimate truth of the history? Yes, definitely this says explain us in that the particular century, this particular century has related to the Harappan civilization. On that the evidences we think about, yes, definitely there is going to the social, political, economical, cultural, social transaction has been done into that the Harappan civilization. Okay, are you understand? Then now we learn the second point. What that? How we get the Emperor Ashoka's can be proven? Yes, definitely we prove if the Harappa, if we can say the whatever there is a given the Ashoka emperor, it is also known as the ancient civilization. So how we prove? Yes, definitely whatever the work has been done by the Emperor Ashoka, that prove nowadays. For example, if we think about the Ashok pillars, it is also reveal the work, what is the work had been done by the Emperor Ashoka. Then apart from the Ashok Chakra, apart from the monument sculpture has throw the light on that whatever the work has been done by the Emperor Ashoka. But his Emperor Ashoka has been related into that the ancient century. It means what that history explain the past events, but now we explain this past event in a scientifically method. So that's why it is known as the historiography. Now इथे संपलं नाही आपलं आणखीन एक वाक्य what that there is the remaining that ancient period, that ancient civilization we also belong to that the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. What? The Ramayana and Mahabharata, it is also means Ramayana and Mahabharata, it is the epics, but this epics has been done into the ancient centuries, whatever the custom tradition it is revealed by the Mahabharata and Ramayana. Then apart from that, whatever the major part, whatever the significance, that the significance of the ancient period, write down the biography of the kings. It is the significant strategy of the ancient period. So it means we, in a first period we take the introduction about the what is the introduction about the ancient period while learning the historiography in the ancient tradition. Just we prove which type of the history are related to the ancient. It means what? Whatever the social transaction nowadays is present, these all the same social transaction were present into that the ancient tradition. So in this lesson we learn the ancient tradition. Now we learn about the second point. In this, after that we also learn about the modern period, medieval period. Apart from that, lot of points we learn in this lesson. But now for the 5 minutes we take a break, for the short break for the 5 minutes. You have write down all these notes in your copy book. Then after I will ask the question to you, so you should also give me the answer. So make these notes and we wait for the 5 minutes. Okay, we will come soon for the second point. So just you have to write down. So after the 5 minute short break we come soon with the second point. So come to the point. What that? So our second point it is that the historiography in the medieval period. So my dear students, are you know about what is the meaning of the historiography in the medieval period? Yes, definitely teacher. You should tell me the teacher. Yes, we recognize the meaning of the what is the meaning of the historiography. Okay. But what is the meaning of the medieval period? So my dear students, that medieval period it means it is known as the Madhyugin Kalkhanda. It is known as the Madhyugin. Madhyugin Kalkhanda. Okay, that historiography in the medieval period, that medieval period it means it is known as the Madhyugin Kalkhanda. म्हणजेच याचा अर्थ असा की आज आपण अभ्यास कशाचा करणार, मध्ययुगीन कालखंडातील इतिहासाचा आपण अभ्यास करणार किंवा आढावा घेणार आहोत. So while learn about historiography in the medieval period, so for example that medieval period we can say it is known as the 12th century. Apart from that medieval period has been started from the 5th to 15th century. 5th to 15th century it is known as the medieval period. So according to that, while explain this point we take the help of the 12th century. What happened into the 12th century? So you recognize there is a given the one name by the teacher. What is the name? That is the Rajat Ragini. Now there is also the write down the second name, that is the Kalhana. Sorry, write down. No. How we explain? Now ask the question, teacher, what we do with the two words? Now what? There is the word, first word Rajat Ragini and the second is the Kalhana. The both words are related to the 12th century while learning the medieval period. So according to that, it is the Rajat Ragini, it is the name of the king. Name of the kings in that time who is recognized as a king of rivers. That Kalhana, it is also the name of the king. So according to that, whatever in the 12th century when the Kalhana, the name of the king, he was written biography or encyclopedia or some evidences or some information about the Rajat Ragini. So according to the Kalhana, what he explained while write down about the Rajat Ragini, he explained whatever the write down on the information about the Rajat Ragini, he just take about the information. He just take about the information. Which type of the information? He collect the whole information from the local tradition. Local tradition, whatever the local tradition, then apart from he also, whatever the evidences he has, he also that the evidences has a critical examine. Not only the critical examine, but whatever the monuments, coins or the sculpture. First critical all these things, first critical that all the evidences in a critically, then after he write down the Rajat Ragini in the 12th century. So it means what that if we think about while study about the medieval period, so this medieval period it is also related to the critical examination. So it is also related to critical examination. Apart from while learn about the medieval period, so according to the medieval period has also related to this word, whatever this word also related to the Persian. Write down the word Persian and the second it is the Arabic. Now we think the first, what is teacher, what is the meaning of the Persian and what is the meaning of the Arabic? So this Persian, it means it is known as the Islamic tradition. And the Arabic it means it is known as the Islamic tradition, and the Persian which is totally depend on the Ottoman Turk. So according to that, the Persian Islamic, these are the influence on the Islamic tradition. Apart from this Islamic tradition, also related to the Zayyaduddin Barani. Now who is the Zayyaduddin? According to the Zayyaduddin Barani, he explained the whole history which is related to the medieval period. We can say the Zayyaduddin Barani expanded the scope, the study of the history. So now write down the question, how the Zayyaduddin Barani expanded the scope of history. Write down the questions. I will wait for the 5 minutes. So okay, what? The Zayyaduddin Barani, according to the Zayyaduddin Barani, we get the question. आपको टीचर ने क्वेश्चंस दिया था कि how history scope expanded by the Zayyaduddin Barani. So write down the question. Zayyaduddin Barani, how he expanded the scope of history. Write down this question. I will ask you after later on. So we explain how we expanded the scope of history, who is known as the Zayyaduddin Barani. So first we take the information. Who is known as the Zayyaduddin Barani? He is known as the thinker. He is the thinker. He is the political thinker. He is the political thinker in the period of the Muhammad bin Tughlaq. So according to that, the political thinker, the name of that Zayyaduddin Barani, he expanded the scope of history. What he wrote means according to the whatever the kings, whatever the political events, whatever the social events, whatever the wars and battles in the region of the kings. So according to the, when we learn how he expanded the scope of history, so we get the answer of this question. According to the Zainuddin Barani not only explain about the whatever the good things or the good deeds had been done by the king. Means we are not only praise whatever the work has been done by the king, but apart from the, if there is the mispolicy, if there is the some bad things into the kingdom, so we also explain that the whatever the bad things in this explain. So this type he not only tell us to the only praise the king, but apart from the, if there is a something misdeed, so we also throw the light on that the misdeed. So due to that reason we come to the answer what? So due to that reason we can say that Zainuddin Barani expanded the scope of the history. Apart from that, if we think about the his scope, then apart from the, he also think about the saint's life. While he expanded the scope of the history, not only the kings, but apart from the, we also explain the saint's life, we also think about the, whatever the cultural life of the saints, we also throw the light on the social transaction. Apart from the, whatever the cultural life of the saints, we also study about the cultural life of the saints. In according to that third point, he also explained that into the Mughal emperor, in the period of the Mughal emperor, there is only the one point is more important, what that only praise the kingdom, means there is only the means अकॉर्डिंग टू दॅट हिम आपल्याला जर काही सांगायचं असेल तर फक्त आपण असं म्हणू शकतो की फक्त त्या राजामध्ये त्या राजाचीच आपल्याला फक्त स्तुती करायची आहे. मीन्स अकॉर्डिंग टू दॅट वी कॅन से इट इज देर इज द मार्केट ऑफ द ओनली द प्रेज. So according to that we also think about the, we also critics about that the whatever the bad things into the Mughal emperor. Apart from that, into the this medieval period has been also related to the Bakhars. Now we think about what is the Bakhar. This medieval period also related to the Bakhar. We explain the meaning, what is the meaning of the Bakhar. So first we have write down these all points, later on we learn what is the meaning of the Bakhar. ओके लिख लिया, बाद में हम आएंगे बखर. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट वी कैन से दिस medieval period it is also related to the Bakhar. So my dear student, first we learn about what is the meaning of the Bakhar. So the teacher explained what is the Bakhar. That Bakhar it is known as the historical document. This is known as the historical documents. What explain by this historical document? This historical document explain about the king, whatever the work, whatever the praise, we can say it is known as the praise of the kingdom. Then apart from that the whatever the means according to that Bakhar it is also known as the historical document. That historical document explain about the king, work and the praise. Apart from that, according to that the Bakhar has a different types. Bakhar has also the type. Whatever the types of the Bakhar, we can say that there is the type of the Bakhar. It is known as the Sabhasad Bakhar and the Panipat Bakhar. Panipat Bakhar which is known as the Bhausahebanchi Bakhar. Bhausahebanchi Bakhar. According to the Bakhar we get the, there is the types of the Bakhar. That the Bakhar it is the, there is the two type, Sabhasad Bakhar and the Bhausahebanchi Bakhar. That Bhausahebanchi Bakhar has related to the Panipat. It is totally tell us about the what is the work is going into the Panipat. Means तिथे जे काही युद्ध झालं त्या सर्व युद्धाचं वर्णन म्हणजे भाऊसाहेबांची बखर which is known as the Panipat. And the Sabhasad Bakhar, this Sabhasad Bakhar has been noted down, has been written by the Krishnaji Ananta Sabhasad in the period of the Chhatrapati Rajaram Maharaj. According to that, this all the Bakhar also tell us about the whatever work, which type of the work has been done by the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. This also praise means संपूर्ण राजाची कहाणी किंवा एखाद्या राजाने काय केलं त्याचं संपूर्ण जे काही वर्णन एखाद्या पुस्तकात असतं किंवा त्याचं संपूर्ण वर्णन जे आपण ओरली करत असतो, इट मीन्स इट इज नोन ॲज द बखर. सो दॅट्स वाय धिस बखर इट इज नोन ॲज द हिस्टोरिकल documents, which documents explain the whole life, whole biography of the any royal kingdom. It means it is known as the Bakhar. So I hope so you understand the whatever the historiography in the medieval period. So later on we come the next point, तब तक के लिए हम यहीं पे रुकते हैं, आप इसका स्क्रीनशॉट निकाल लीजिए, ठीक है। सॉरी स्टूडेंट्स, हमारा 1 पॉइंट यहाँ पे रह गया था, बकर इट इज नोन एज हिस्टोरिकल डॉक्यूमेंट्स। ऑल्सो द लास्ट पॉइंट इट इज दैट द बकर हैज डिवाइडेड according, how we divided the Bucker has divided according to the autobiographies, biographies, then at last according to that the mythology and the administration in king. At last it is the administration. Administration into the kingdom. So in this way it is the Bucker has been divided into the 4 category. Look out, लक्ष द्या इकडे बघा. That is the first, the autobiography, then second it is the biographies, and third it is the mythology, and at last it is the administration into the kingdom. So this step it is we learned the Bucker, which is known as the historical documents. So I hope so you understand whatever the points today we learned. At last we take the conclusion. आपण व्हिडिओ समाप्त करण्याच्या अगोदर आपण बघूया की आज आपण कशा कशा गोष्टीचा आढावा घेत, एकदा छोटा आढावा घेऊन घेऊया. First we learn about the ancient period, then second we learn about the tradition, and third we learn about the medieval period. It means आपण मराठीत असं म्हणूया की आपण सुरुवातीला प्राचीन कालखंडाचा अभ्यास केला, मग मध्ययुगीन कालखंडाचा अभ्यास केला. प्राचीन कालखंडाचा आणि मध्ययुगीन कालखंडाचा अभ्यास करत असताना आपण काय बघितलं त्यामध्ये की त्या काळामध्ये सोशल ट्रान्झॅक्शन म्हणजे त्या काळामध्ये सामाजिक व्यवहार कसे होत असते. मग आपण फर्स्ट सेंचुरी बघितली, थर्ड सेंचुरी बघितली, हिंदू सिव्हिलायझेशन बघितलं, हरप्पा सिव्हिलायझेशन बघितलं, एम्परर अशोक बघितला. त्यामध्ये जे असणारे जे काही सामाजिक व्यवहार आहे ते बघितलेच नाहीत, आपण ते प्रूव्हसुद्धा करून दाखवले. नुसते प्रूव्ह केले नाही तर त्याचं आपण क्रिटिकल एक्झामिनेशनसुद्धा केलं. सो दीज ऑल द पॉईंट्स वी गेट बाय दिस व्हिडिओ. सो माय डियर स्टुडंट्स, I hope so you very well understand today's video. So we meet with the new point, with the new concepts in second lecture, in a second period. So till wait. Thank you.